Well, hi there, and welcome to the show. Gayla Scrivener here. Today is a little bit different. We're not doing the normal format. I'm just popping in here to give you a little update of what's going on behind the scenes with me, with Scrivener Solutions. We are halfway through the year. Can you believe it? Me neither. For almost every episode all year, I've introduced you to so many guests who share the Live Full, Work Fun philosophy. Each and every wonderful guest at one time or another in their life wanted something more out of life and was brave enough to take some risks and make changes. Now, I love interview days and I love producing this podcast. But today, I'm going to be extremely transparent with you. In the pursuit of living a full life and working fun, there comes times when you must shake things up and make some changes because things may have gotten a little off kilter. Well, that's what happened to me. We all have our own picture of living a full life and working fun. And for me, I've realized that I was finding myself veering off in a direction that was slowly chipping away at my enjoyment of work. And this chipping away is spilling into how I'm questioning so many things. When the time comes that work isn't fun anymore, the actual work I enjoy. But if it becomes a fun sucker, you have to question why. Why has it become a fun sucker? And what it boils down to for me is I've realized that I've just way overextended myself and I must pull back and do less in order to set myself up for this next phase of our business and the next phase of our travel plans. So, today I'm announcing that for the remainder of the year, I'm pulling back to publishing this podcast to every other week instead of weekly. And here's why. Let me explain a little bit further. I realize that I'm pushing myself to the edge of burnout. I see it coming. The burnout isn't with just producing this podcast. No, it extends into so many aspects that I pour into work. It boils down to, like I said, overcommitment of my time. And I've allowed myself to develop a schedule that makes work draining for me. I have too much work and not enough recoup time. And like I said, I could see myself headed for burnout, and that's not where I want to be. And there's a lot of symptoms to burnout that can appear, and they can creep up in many ways. You can find yourself just stressed out. You can be sick, all the time, lethargic, irritable, and I'm sure that there's more symptoms. I just saw myself going down the wrong path. What I realized is that I spend way too much time in front of a computer screen, and I'm not moving my body nearly enough. And so for me, my symptom of getting burnt out was weight gain. Yeah, and I am tired much of the time. And although I'm lucky in the fact that I don't often get sick, I can see that in just a matter of time that something with my health will surface if I don't act now. And I'm going to, I don't want to be, too late and too sorry about that. So here's the thing. We all have the ability to make changes to shift back on a course to live our full lives and make work fun again, right? So in order to make changes, you've got to make decisions and take action. So that's what I did. Now I'm going to head off burnout before it's way too late and I hit a wall. What is necessary for me is pulling back in some areas. Stop doing some things or not do it at the same frequency and do other things more frequently and have greater focus in other areas, even shifting things around. So changing the podcast schedule is just one area that is affected in avoiding burnout crash. But I'm not going to go into all the details here of all of my changes. You can hop over to the Live Full Work Fun Facebook group and feel free to ask me any questions there of what else I'm doing to, avoid this burnout crash. But I do want to go into one other area. I'm a big fan of Gino Wickman and his EOS teachings. And if you don't know about those teachings, EOS stands for the Entrepreneurial Operating System. And I started implementing his teachings in his book Traction. It has to have been a year ago or so, maybe longer. I can't even remember. It's a blur. But looking back over the year-ish time frame since beginning EOS implementation for the Scrivener Solutions team, I'm proud to say that we've accomplished so much. Systems in our company are so much more improved. We've even grown to where we've decided back in January not to sign on any new one-on-one clients for 2022 and continue to improve our systems. And by doing that, even though we're not seeing any new one-on-one clients, we're even more profitable than what we forecasted. It's pretty cool. Doing less, getting more out of it. And even though we've made improvements, I knew that we hadn't implemented all the systems Wickman outlined in Traction, or the systems that we did implement, we do need to improve on for sure. And each time we practice it, we improve on it. So if you've read Traction, and if you haven't, I totally encourage you to get it. But even though we've made some improvements, in Traction, we're instructed to set quarterly rocks. And what rocks are goals, basically. He outlines exactly what rocks are and how they should be structured and everything like that. And we've been doing that for several quarters now, more than 2. But even though we've just completed 2 for 2022. But we've been setting those rocks. But I recognize that we weren't wording them specific enough. And here's the biggie. We had way too many. We were spread. Me in particular, I was feeling it. I'm sure my team was too, but we were spread so thin, trying to accomplish all the rocks that we had set for ourselves, in particular for quarter 1 and quarter 2 this year. And when you focus on way too many things, really nothing gets done. You don't have that in-depth focus to complete the rock. Now, I can't say that nothing got done. We did accomplish a lot so far this year. But we did end up not paying enough attention to some of our rocks, and some really fell off our radar completely. And in that case, were they that important, right? Too many rocks were leading me to burnout. So for quarter 3 that we've just now started, we are concentrating on very few rocks. Me alone, that I'm responsible for tracking, I have 3. Just 3 I'm having laser focus on. So instead of what I set for myself in the company in the past, that was like around 7, 10, 15, I don't even remember. I had this epiphany. The smaller the team size, the fewer rocks you should have as a company. No more than 3. No more than 3. So I've set the rule for ourselves that we can only have 1 to 3 rocks each that we're responsible for. So I have 3. Some of the 3, it's like a shared thing. It's just because I have a rock that I'm responsible for doesn't mean that I don't get help in accomplishing it. My team has 1 each. So collectively, we have more than 3 as a team, but let's go back to this show and my decision to change the publishing schedule for the rest of the year. I believe that it's important to publish consistently, right? I believe in that because in order to build the foundation, or as Michael Hyatt puts it in his book Platform, to build a platform to create this lifestyle business, it's important to have this platform. And it's the principle that I've built my entire business on, and it's how Scrivener Solutions serves our clients. We help them post consistently to build their platform. We have content plans to build strong platforms. And so the consistency is not going to go away. I just need to pull back to every other week. And I'm excited that all of our clients are leveling up their businesses, because when they're leveling up their businesses, we've got more work to do. And at the same time, our Scrivener Solutions systems are leveling up too. We are doing a lot of cool things behind the scenes. There's only so many hours in a day. You hear it all the time. That is a fixed amount. And I must make room in my schedule to help our clients get to their next level, while at the same time I'm focusing on my 3 rocks to lead our company to the next level too. So, pulling back to every other week, we're still going to meet some fantastic people in the upcoming weeks who are living full and working fun. I've got a fantastic lineup for you to meet. And I don't want to stop sharing their stories because, well, it's their stories that keeps me going. And it's my hope that it's their stories that inspire you to keep going in your live full, work fun journey. And one of my rocks right now is to develop a resource to share our Scrivener Solutions implementation framework or system. As it develops, I may hop in here from time to time for a solo show to share the behind the scenes stuff. I wanted to leave some room for that. Well, thanks for listening. It's always great to have you here with me. And if you have any questions or comments about the show and the direction of what Scrivener Solutions is doing, and anything about how we're implementing EOS or anything else, hop over to Facebook and post your message in the Live Full Work Fun group. It's a private group, but it's easy, super duper easy to join. Simply do a quick search for Live Full or Work Fun in Facebook, or even simpler yet, just scroll down to the show notes and grab the link there. Join, introduce yourself, and don't be shy. If you're already in the Facebook group, don't be shy. Just go ahead and make a comment here and there. Comment or post your questions with your takeaway from today's show or any other shows or guests that we've had in the past and the future. Well, thanks again for listening. Until next time, live full, work fun.